Hi everyone, Pragati here. Welcome back to my video again. In this video I would like to talk to you about joint ventures in property. Now I think every investor at some point on their property journey will run out of the cash, will run out of their own funds to carry on with the project that they want to carry on, and they will need to joint venture with another partner, whether that partner is a friend, family members, another professional who is in a similar industry, or it could be a bank or any other lenders, so this is, a joint venture is where you partner up with another party to carry out a project, so you take the project into the next level. Sometimes you think how all the millionaires and billionaires, they must have got loads of money. You might think, think about Sir Richard Branson, with Virgin Atlantic and all the aeronautics that he's doing. He's also definitely joint venturing with many other big partners, if you like, with the banks and lenders and government and all that. So that is all joint ventures. So you might think that they've got a lot of money, but then their projects will be bigger as well. So it's not just a little buy-to-let properties that every investor is looking at. The bigger the money you've got, the bigger the project, hence the need for joint venturing if you want to keep moving forward in the journey of investing. So from this point, I know three popular ways how I start a buy-to-let landlord or investor joint ventures to carry on with a slightly larger project. Okay, and those three joint venture strategies or methods are: number one, this is where you ask the other person who is interested to do a 50-50 share in a limited company, or some sort of an agreement. So you go on a sort of a share basis. If you do equal work, the work could be different works. One could be doing the finance, the other one could be doing the building and stuff like that. So basically you share the work and you also share the profit on a 50-50, 60-40, depending on the amount that you guys have put in. So that's one way of doing, the popular way of doing joint venture, which most of the people know anyway. The next one is where one party puts in all the work, okay, so all the expertise and all the work, whereas the other party, the investor, puts in the money. Like for example, let's say I've got all the experience in doing all the building work, sourcing the property, renting out, refurbishing and all that, and maybe there is another person who hasn't got all the time, but he's got lots of money. So you will put in the money and I'll put in the time, and we carry out the project together. And again, that could be on a 50-50 or a 60-40, depending on how much amount is paid in, depending on the agreement you've had, and things like that, right? So in this scenario, the asset, the property, is actually owned by the investor, not by the person who's carrying out the work. Yeah, so that's also a joint venture. But then there should be an agreement where the profit is shared on the agreed basis. So there should be a different contract for this one to make sure to secure the person who's putting in the time, because the property is generally in the name of the investor in this model. And the other one is where you as a limited company, you invest, but then you pay interest, for certain amount of interest for the amount the other investors put in. So there could be many other investors who will put in money, and you might agree on a 10%, 12%, 20%, whatever model. You feel confident. Generally 10% is quite popular, so you would do that. So you're getting money from many different investors, and you pay them 10% for the money that they put in annual, and you carry out the project. You do everything basically, right? So that's three models there. So just to recap, on a partnership 50-50, where you both own the property and you both put the work. The other one where one puts the money, the other puts the time, and generally the one who puts the money owns the property, but a separate contract to secure the person who puts in the time that the profit is shared. And then finally, where a company owns the property or the asset, and many investors can put in their money for a certain amount of return or interest on that money. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and please do remember to like and subscribe my video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching until the end again, and happy investing for financial freedom.